Hi guys, it's me, Trudy Lee. I'm making another video since yesterday. Everything that I did went wonky. I don't know what happened to the volume on the video that I made on Sunday, and I was so proud of myself. I made a video on Sunday, and usually I don't have time on Sunday to do it, but I was like, I'm gonna get a video done. I made some TikTok videos. I made a video for you guys, and my TikTok videos was messed up too. I kept getting a thing on my TikTok saying TikTok's not responding. It's not responding. But I uploaded the video anyway, and it uploaded twice. I only did it once, but it made two videos. So I have two videos up there of the same thing. And then the video I uploaded yesterday on YouTube, there was no sound. The sound was all garbled. And I understand what happened because Spirit warned me before I started talking about Michelle Obama, because right when I watched her speak, right when I saw her start speaking, I thought to myself, something's not right with her, something's up. Now, I pick up on things because I'm a healer, and I pick up on things, and the information that I got right away, I was told, tread lightly. And I thought she was treading lightly, but actually I was being told by Spirit, you know, you don't have the right to talk about Michelle Obama. You know, she's a very private person. She's going through some things, and she really doesn't want people talking about her. And that's what happened. You know, I started talking about her anyway, and I wasn't heard. So I'm not going to talk about her. I'm not going to talk about her health or what's going on with her or anything. I just had a feeling that something was off with her. But, you know, I am so glad that we saw her on the campaign trail. You know, we haven't seen much of her. And she made a wonderful speech. Did y'all watch it? Michelle Obama warned about being fed up. You know, you're fed up. You have rage. You're sick of all this election, and, you know, you're sick of having to go vote and worry about everything, but being fed up with this election and just deciding to sit it out. You know, your sisters, your mother, your wife, your daughters all become collateral damage. So she, you know, she was really spot on. She said, we need to get this election right. So I really enjoyed watching her speech. I didn't watch her in real time, but I went and watched a video of her, and she's great. She's fantastic. So that's all I'm going to say about her, because I want to make sure this video gets put out there today. But I had also spoken about JD Vance. So did y'all see that JD Vance, because I'm on Twitter all the time, I still call it Twitter, and he posted on Twitter about a lady that was voting. She went to the poll to vote, an older lady wearing a Trump shirt. And you cannot do that. You cannot advertise for a candidate while you're voting. You have to be 100 feet away from the polling site, right? So she walks in there with the Trump shirt, and they tell her, you can't vote. And she's pissed, you know? So she rips her shirt off. She stands there in her bra. People are taking pictures of her, posting stuff about her, and she's mad. So she calls the election worker, the poll worker, which they may be a Trump supporter too, you know, you don't know. She called him a dickhead. And then she called another poll worker the C word. I mean, this is the kind of people voting for Trump. This is the kind of people that Trump is attracting, you know. This woman had no dignity at all, none. And I feel like these people are just mirroring Trump's behavior. Honestly, I think she should have been thrown out for trying to intimidate the poll worker. You know, that they say if you try to intimidate, you shouldn't be allowed to vote. You should be thrown out. And she should have been thrown out, you know, indecent exposure at least. And Trump says that Democrats are nasty people. Look who's talking. And Trump's rallies, they're just getting smaller and smaller and smaller. And people are walking out during his rallies, and it's because he's just talking nonsense, and people are getting tired of it. Even the Trumpsters are getting tired of him just going on and ranting about this crazy, crazy stuff. So we got 8 more days of this craziness, but hopefully it's not going to get worse when Trump loses, because he is going to lose. I saw J.D. Vance on an interview with Jake Tapper on CNN. I do not like Jake Tapper because he trashed Hillary Clinton so badly when she was running for president. He was so harsh on her all the time that, I just can't forgive him for that, because she should have been president. People treated her so badly. Anyway, I digress. During that interview, J.D. Vance, man, he can talk and he can spin anything. And I noticed that Jake Tapper was really having a hard time controlling the narrative and getting J.D. Vance to actually answer a question. So, he is Trump's attack dog, and he's good at what he does. But, Trump may love J.D. Vance, but I don't think a lot of other people do. I mean, because they know that J.D. Vance will say and do anything to lick Trump's boots in the White House. He just wants to get in the White House because he had a completely different opinion of him, over a year ago. He said all those things about Trump, that Trump was like Hitler, Trump shouldn't be near the White House or anything, and all of a sudden he's Trump's right-hand man. And now everything Trump says and does is good. J.D. Vance cannot be trusted, and everybody can see that. Even the Trumpsters can see that. So I don't think a lot of people really like him. I know a lot of y'all are asking about, are we going to see another January 6th happening? Are we going to see violence happen? And what I'm getting is we are not going to see another January 6th because number one, the government is working hand in hand with the local police, and they're prepared. They're ready and prepared. And also, the people know that they will go to jail. They know that their lives will be disrupted. They may not like that Kamala Harris is going to be our next president, and they may not like the results of the election. But I do not see, even though you're hearing like the Proud Boys, they're going to do this, do that. No, they're not going to do that because they don't want to go to jail for Donald Trump. They really don't. Now, I am being seen that there will be some random acts of violence when Trump loses, and these people are going to be careful. They're going to be covering their faces, their head. So it's like a hoodie and a mask. And people do crazy stuff. So there's going to be some loonies out there pulling some stunts, doing some violent acts. But we're not going to see a big old group of people doing violent acts. Now, we may see peaceful demonstrations, people saying they don't like the results and all that. But we're not going to have, January 6th happen again. So that's good. Women are just voting more than men this time around. There are more women than men, and there are more registered women voters than men. And they're voting in droves, and that's why Kamala Harris is going to win, because we've decided we're not going to take this lying down. Women are galvanized, and we're getting together. And we're going to change the United States. We're going to change the path that we're on. I was watching this interview, and I was reading about it. And they were saying that the women that are voting, a lot of the women are voting, they're actually doing a lot better than men are in their lives. So they're more educated. They're better educated. They're more liberal. They're earning more than men. And, all this locker room talk, all this talk that's going on is just, turning off women. Nobody wants to know the size of Arnold Palmer's schlong. I know I've said that before, but nobody wants to hear about that. They really don't. And that's part of, of the problem. they think they're funny, and or Trump thinks he's funny, and then all his little minions, that's just Trump. It's okay. It's just how Trump is, how he talks. Well, we don't want a president like that. We don't want somebody that's embarrassing. He is an embarrassment to the United States. And women are going to decide this election, and we are going to have our first Madam President. And I can't wait till it to be all over. A week from now, so 8 days from now, it's going to be over. Well, the vote's going to be in. It's going to take a little time for it to, everybody to get to the conclusion. So that'll take a little time. Some states are going to be slower than others. And of course, there's going to be some challenges and everything, but it's going to be overwhelming. So there's not going to be anything they can do about it. And, the Republicans are going to see that what they're doing is not working. It's not working. We want a loving, kind, compassionate leader. We want somebody we can trust who's focused on everybody, not just a section of people, not just the rich, not just men. We don't want, government telling us how to take care of our bodies and what to do or when to have children or when not to have children. We want control. And so that's why women are voting. Y'all know that. Because we're not going back. Donald Trump wants to take us back to the, 1800s. I can't believe him. I really can't. He's a crazy man. He is really, really crazy. He thinks anything that he says will be taken well, that he can say anything. He can be as crazy as he wants. One thing about Trump is that he thinks that any attention is good attention. So he doesn't care what he says. As long as they're talking about him, he thinks that's good. Now, when he was a TV host, that was probably good. No matter what you're doing or anything, if people are talking about you, they're going to tune into your show. That was probably right, and it was working for him. That doesn't work for a person that wants to be president. They're talking about you for the wrong reasons. And he still thinks he's, The Apprentice, working on the Apprentice show. So I don't know. It's worked for him for a while, but we're fed up with it. We're disgusted by him and his behavior and the way that he talks and the things that he says and what ideas that he has for women and all. We're fed up with it. But the good news is it's almost all over, you guys, and we can take a break. We can take a breath. Doesn't it seem like this 4 years that Biden was president was over like that, and that we really didn't even have hardly a chance to relax? It's like, I don't know. It just wasn't very relaxing, even though we were confident that Biden was going to take care of everything, and he did. But he didn't have the Senate and the House so that everything would go smoothly. So we just heard a lot of crap coming out of the houses, of the Republicans just kept on and on and on and on in the House and not passing bills and, acting crazy, doing crazy stunts, going through speaker after speaker. And we're just tired of it. We're tired of it. We need to get the House and the Senate Democrat so that Kamala Harris will have a smooth transition, and we can, start working. Our government can start functioning properly. That's what we need. That's what we want. And I'm looking forward to that, you guys. I don't know about y'all, but I'm really looking forward to that. So I feel like the House was going to be okay, but like I said before, the Senate, we can focus on that and bring our attention to that. Once we focus more on that, we can control the outcome. I think we can control the outcome of anything as long as we're focused and determined on that, So another thing y'all can focus on, of course, prayers for Kamala Harris and for the transition and for her whole team and for the Senate, for the House. For everybody that's running in those races. We want to focus on them and say prayers to lift them up and help them win their elections. But could y'all focus on sending us some rain? It is so hot here. It's so dry. My grass is so crispy. It is still morning here and it's almost 90 degrees. It's really, really hot. So we need some rain. We definitely need some rain. My husband's out there watering every day, every day. He does it with the hose. He hose waters because we have a big property, so we don't have, sprinkler system. But he goes out there every night. I think he likes it. It's cathartic for him to stand out there. And he's decided finally. Y'all know my husband Johnny. He's from Iran. He's the funniest guy. He's hilarious. He really is hilarious. He makes me laugh every single day. And he, just like any other husband, he's annoying as hell too. But he's decided he's going to have his own YouTube channel. I have told him that many times. He is a good storyteller. He has so many stories he can tell you. I mean, he's really good. He's had so many things happen in his life. And I tell him all the time, you could just tell stories. You could do anything. Go on YouTube. And finally, he told me today, I think I'm going to start doing that. I think I'm going to start recording. And he likes to record with his phone, this way, like a TikTok. He does TikTok. He has TikTok videos. But I told him, when you do YouTube, you got to hold your phone this way. And for some reason, he hates to record that way. He hates to even take a picture this way. I don't know why. But I told him, you got to hold your phone that way now. So I'm going to help him do that. So once he gets this channel up and running, I hope y'all will follow him and subscribe to his channel and give him a chance and see how it's gonna turn out and what it's gonna be about. So I look forward to that. And hopefully y'all will look forward to that too. Okay, so I've been doing a lot of healing sessions, and I wanted to tell y'all how it was that I kind of proved to myself that I could really connect with people and know what's going on in their bodies. And that was before I really started doing healing sessions. I had just started a little bit of sending healing, and I started healing sessions when my mother got cancer. And I would just, I do it completely different than I did it back then because I was just starting out. I was praying for my mother and sending her healing. She had breast cancer. And this was almost 15 years ago that she had breast cancer. And I took a picture of her and I started doing this healing session for her. And I put it on the bed and I did all these prayers for her. And I sent her love and healing and everything. And, she did go through a lot. She went through a lot, which I don't know. I have so many different feelings on what all she went through that it was kind of unnecessary. But anyway, she went through a whole lot. She got through it. She didn't have breast cancer. She didn't die of breast cancer. But I'll tell you what, that chemo and everything, that really damaged her body so badly. So badly. And all the scars that she had both breasts removed. And she was so uncomfortable from all the scars and all the things that happened because of it, not because of the cancer. Anyway, she didn't die of cancer. She did not have cancer, but it sure changed her life. It changed her life in a horrible way, actually. She had radiation and everything, and it really did a number on her body. But anyway, that's when I started doing healing sessions, and I didn't think about them like I do now, that I was just sending my mother love and healing and just praying for her. But now it's different. I can focus on somebody's body and I can usually feel what's going on with their body and what's going on, I'm not a doctor, so there's a lot of things that I don't know. I don't have any test results or anything like that, but I can get an area of what's going on. So if y'all have been with me for a long time, you can remember that my husband, he was a show director. He put on wholesale shows. So it was a jewelry and gift show that we had. We no longer do that, but we did it for, 25 years or something. And my daughter was his partner. So, and we used to go out of town. We had vendors from all over coming to different cities, and we were the ones putting on the show. So the vendors would come to us and sign up with us, and we'd do the show. But we had to go to different cities. So we would drive to the city, and all the vendors would come. One time we were going to McAllen. So we had a show in McAllen, and I don't know why I did this, but I decided to take a look at my daughter and see how she was feeling. And she doesn't live with me, but I was going to see her. We were picking her up, and we were going to ride to McAllen. It's about a 5-hour drive from us. And I hadn't talked to her or seen her, but I was just thinking, I'm going to see how she's feeling, how she's doing. And I was kind of testing myself how this works. So this is what I got. I got from her was that I felt like she was on her period, that she was having cramps and on her period and not feeling good. And so I told her when she got in the truck, we picked her up and she got in the truck, and I said, "How are you feeling?" She goes, "I'm fine." And I said, "Are you on your period?" And she goes, "No." And I'm like, "You're not?" She goes, "No." And I'm like, "Oh, okay. Well, guess I didn't get that right." And I didn't tell her anything. I was just like, okay. And the next morning, she woke up. We were at the hotel and all. We slept in the same room. The next morning, she woke up and she was having terrible pain, and she had started her period, and she was having cramps, and she was in a bad way. And I'm like, oh, okay. Well, I was a little bit ahead of the curve there. So, and she didn't even realize it was coming, and she wasn't even prepared or anything for it. She said it felt like it came out of the blue. That I was like, how do you not know that's going to happen in a day? But anyway, so to me, that proved to me that I could feel what's going on in somebody's body, and so that gave me some courage to help more people and to try to take this healing a little bit further. So that's what I'm doing. That's what I focus on. That's what I enjoy doing. I like doing is healing sessions. So if you'd like to get a healing session with me, let me know. I leave my email down below. And I do a free healing session, and I can do an extensive healing session because I've been doing this for years, and I've learned more and more and more what works. When you do a chakra balancing, you do an energy release and all that, and then you do the healing session. It's just like so powerful. It just works so well. It just works hand in glove together. And that doesn't mean you don't need health care. That doesn't mean you don't need a doctor. It means this is helping you. And as you have a journey, your health journey, this can be part of helping your health journey. And like I said, the healing sessions are free, but if you want an extensive one, it takes me time to do that, and I do charge for the ones that are extensive, okay? And also a tarot reading, or if you just want a chakra balancing, I can do those things too. So we can just split them up and say, I just need a balancing. Okay, we can do that. We can do that. No problem. So let me know if there's something that you're interested in doing. I'm here for you. I also have a few rose quartz pendulums left. Somebody asked me for a couple, and if I don't respond to you within 24 hours, or you send me an email and I'm not responding in 24 hours, something has happened to that email. Either it went into my junk file and I didn't see it, send it again. I always answer my email, always, unless it goes in the junk file. I try to check my junk file like every day or every other day. Sometimes things slip by. So somebody had asked me for the rose quartz pendants, and I have one clear one left. So there's y'all can see the difference. And it comes on the chain, and I use mine all the time on healing sessions and everything. I use mine. So if you'd like to get that, they make nice little Christmas gifts. They come in a little leather pouch, and it's nice and keeps your crystals safe from getting dropped or cracked or getting hurt. So if you would like to get one of those, I have a few available. Now I don't have too many, but I do have I have about 4 or 5 of them left. Okay. All right, guys, thank y'all for tuning in, and I'm sorry about yesterday. I don't know what happened. I think Spirit was telling me to keep my mouth shut. So sometimes, sometimes Spirit has to interfere because I got a big mouth. All right, guys, love you so much. Thanks for tuning in. Have a wonderful day. Do something kind for somebody, it'll always come back to you. Bye for now.